Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom. Of course, Yu-Gi-Oh! Back then had a lot more games made than, say, like, nowadays with just, like, Duel Links and Master Duel and, I guess, even Legacy Duels, But, they also made Yu-Gi-Oh! Games that were not just about, the regular card game. And Falsebound Kingdom is one of the examples of being different. It's kind of like, think of it as, like, an older version before, like, Pokemon Masters EX or so, Would take, like, certain specific monsters, they have certain moves, and they have to take out, like, the opponent's other monster's health before in a certain amount of time. It's like multiple turns or so. It's very different than the actual card game. It's also one of those games where you could get 3 exclusive game cards. I didn't because this is an early 2000s game, so of course I didn't get it. So I'm gonna go over this and see, do more games in a different Yu-Gi-Oh! Style than just a regular card game deserve to be here, or is it good for a couple and that's it? Well, let's find out. And the story is, you gotta liberate all of this from an evil king, essentially. Luckily, an island's already like, well, we already want it to effect, but you still gotta liberate it. It's gonna take a while. Now, this is like a strategy game. It's like a point-and-click strategy game. We all play like many of those before, essentially. You can take villages, battle enemies on the field, essentially, and some of the villages will have hidden items for you to use, essentially, in the future, like healing or power-up items. Which, I guess, is a pretty neat take. And the battling, like, think of it as like a 3v3 Pokemon battles. Like, say, Pokemon Masters EX before that game was even a thing, essentially. You take, like, a certain amount of turns to deal as much damage to try to knock out your opponent's monsters as fast as possible. As you go, like, more and more throughout the story, you get to gain more allies and more powerful monsters. Because, like all games, you need to get more powerful in order to beat it, or else you'll just, I assume, never beat it. And yes, the battles will get tougher and tougher, and there'll be more enemies to battle, so you'll need more allies on your team to say. It's still kind of like actual Yu-Gi-Oh, the monsters will have their usual attack and defense points, and their stars depicting their level, and like, the more powerful the stars and monsters are, the more powerful they are, essentially. You can only have 3, so some of them are going to have to go, essentially, or never be used again. And yes, you're probably wondering how, say, like, spell cards or trap cards work. Well, they're essentially like equip items or power-ups for your monsters, essentially, to make them more powerful or, say, withstand attacks, like, say, like Pokemon. It's crazy. You also gain more allies on this journey, say, like Tristan and Joey, up against the final boss, which is Merrick. This isn't part of the timeline. It's just weird how Merrick is the final boss of the game. It's like, who could have seen that coming? Anyway, the final boss against him after a regular battle is against the Winged Dragon Rob, because of course it is. Who else would it be? Lava Golem? I don't know. And of course, because this is the final boss, he has like so much health that you hope, I sure hope I don't lose this battle. I did say final boss, but I didn't say it was the final battle. The final actual battle is up against Kaiba. Man, and I wonder what his final boss will be. It's literally just his 3 blue-eyed white dragons that is the final boss. That's literally it. That's what his final boss is. I mean, you're expecting Obelisk? Nope. That's so, I'd say that's the game. That's the last mission. Overall, Yu-Gi-Oh! The Falsebound Kingdom, very good game. Where's the kingdom, though? I still don't know where it is. Overall, the Falsebound Kingdom is a very unique take on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Format, besides just, the regular card game like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Related. It's still very unique, and, I think making at least maybe one more of these games every once in a while is a very unique take to say, hey, it's not just about the card game, per se. Like the new channel they had is exclusive for stories just on the cards. Anyway, that's all we have for you. I'll see you all next time for more Yu-Gi-Oh! See ya! Yeah.